Oh, well, fix that really quick. Thank you. Welcome back to TY Sports, everybody. Welcome back to Pluto TV. If you're joining us,
welcome
at the Friday show, and if not, over on YouTube, that is Rick Strom. That is the very evil FIFA 18 trick you see on the sidebar, because we're going to get off to a very
evil start.
Evil start. I was going to say a lighthearted start, but I'm going to get very angry about this. Very, very, very angry. Ja'Cory, can you roll the video? This is just...
y toca, y sigue tocando.
That's the only way I win FIFA games, if I actually scored a goal. It's like hold the ball from 0 minutes to 45 minutes. This is, by the way, why I don't play Ultimate Team. Because I think
never played Ultimate Team.
People, or like online FIFA. One, everybody in the history of FIFA is better than me at online FIFA. Everybody in the history of Ultimate Team is better than me in the history of Ultimate Team. You could give me 40 billion FIFA coins.
Billion.
And I could not field a team that could win against anybody.
40 billion coins? You think so?
Is Division 1 the highest? Division 10?
Yeah, Division 1.
So Division,
you start at 10.
You start at 10.
Start at 10.
So Division 27, I'm still losing.
With 40 billion coins.
With 40 billion coins.
This is like
play Destiny.
This is like me playing Call of Duty and some guy just camps the entire time.
Oh,
and I know where they are, and they still shotgun, like they shotgun right into
your face,
to my dick.
Into the dick. A lot of multiplayer games have they fixed some camping things. However,
how so?
Like they would make it so like you have to run towards certain like specific items to get more powerful weapons. So you could still technically camp, but people also can kind of figure out where you are, like radars and stuff. Halo 2, king of like Counter-Strike Go is the original king of camping.
Yes, Counter-Strike
like the original,
Go.
But like Halo 2, man.
You play Counter-Strike on a laptop? Not laptop.
I never
PC?
played it. I just remember it, like when I was younger, because I remember playing that in Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is awesome.
Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's very similar to Counter-Strike. Same type of course, when you look back on it, by the way, you think like at the time the graphics were amazing. You fire that game up now, you're like, wait, what? Like you play GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Look at those graphics and you're like, it's boxy. Like, this game was so ahead of its time.
I always thought in GoldenEye they looked like the guards in England. Because like they're just so straight and everything, and that's how they walk.
What's the palace? Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace. They have the guards have a name.
They have a name.
Yeah, Redcoats. I think their name is.
I don't
kidding.
think
I'm
the
kidding.
Redcoats.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't think the Redcoats.
Bobbies.
Bobbies.
Yeah.
Bouchers.
Bobby Bouchers.
Bobby Boucher. Waterboy.
Good to know. That's what I'll tell them when I go there.
Have you heard what they said to the Queen recently? Haven't heard?
No. No, they said.
Oh.
Yeah, of course you should do it. Like, you have to do it. Come on. Come on.
It's not good.
Yes, it is.
It's not good. Let me hear Bobby Boucher.
I mean,
what would he say to the Queen?
I was going to say the alligator got
all
them
three
teeth,
of us
but
should
no
do
toothbrush.
Huh?
It's like alligators so angry because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
Yeah, that's right.
Mama says the alligators got so angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. She goes, oh, Mom is wrong. No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
I've been with a lot of girls. I've been with a lot of guys too. And she's like, what?
I can't be around
Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt. But mama said. Corey?
Corey, anybody? No?
That's some high quality H2O.
From the top row.
I love the commentators they had in the stands. The two.
It was Brett Musburger. Oh, in the stands.
Was it actually Brett Musburger who did the commentary in the booth?
He did the Bourbon Bowl.
Wow.
And his whole thing.
Don't forget.
Remember, his whole thing was shit. What did he say? He was like, third down here, can't hold anything back now.
Oh, right. Right. Don't forget, Brett Musburger.
Oh, no, that was the other guy. And Brett Musburger was like, we know.
We know.
Yeah.
Don't forget that Brett Musburger really wants Joe Mixon to succeed because there was backlash after he punched a woman in the face. Just don't forget, he wanted to make sure on a national broadcast that he wanted him to succeed because of the backlash.
He also said some horrible things when John Carlos and Tommy
He called
Smith.
them Black Power Rangers.
No, I think it's Stormtroopers.
Black Stormtroopers, I'm sorry, not Black Power Rangers.
Is a Stormtrooper
The Black
Power Ranger?
Well, I guess, but I don't know. No.
What was your favorite Power Ranger?
I like the Black Power Ranger.
I like the pink one.
You like the Pink Power Ranger?
She was pretty. I don't remember her name.
She was
Kimberly?
pretty. Was it Kimberly? Ja'Cory?
Yeah. Also, like she was like capable of kung fu and like solving problems with her brain. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't a Power Ranger because she was pretty.
Oh, he's saying he's just Power Ranger not because she was pretty, but Rick liked her because she was pretty.
Yeah, it's like
That's a weak reason to pick a Power Ranger.
it's my childhood, bro.
They're not the pretty Rangers, they're the Power Rangers. Pick the powerful
They are.
ones.
I mean, they're not the Powerpuff Girls. They are the.
Oh, my favorite Powder Puff Girl was the blue one.
The blue one.
Yeah. What was yours?
Bubbles, right?
I don't remember.
Was her name Bubbles?
It sounds right.
There was a green one, a blue one, and a red one.
Yeah.
Pink was the third.
Pink was the third.
Pink? So which one do we kick out?
Bubbles. What are the Power Rangers? The powered girls.
Power. Is it power or powder?
It's
God, this show
Powerpuff.
sucks.
Powerpuff, not powder.
Huh?
Power.
Powerpuff Girls.
Sugar, spice, and everything.
The reason I thought Powder Puff actually brings up a horrible memory of something that occurred at my high school. Not going to get into great detail, but it was national news. You all can look it up with Google.
Bubbles. Mojo Jojo, the evil monkey.
Mojo Jojo.
Wait, Bubbles is the only character that actually pops up. Like everybody else is the other characters in the show that I never knew existed. Where is Wikipedia? What's the point of having you if you're not going to teach me what to do? They give you the audio of one man of the show characters.
The pink Power Ranger.
Blossom and Buttercup. That's it.
That sounds butter stuff. Half baked. Yeah.
Chemical
the name of
X.
the horse was Buttercup.
Yeah. FIFA before the audience loses their mind.
I think they're just pretty much amazed.
Always giving us.
They're pretty much amazed where this went.
Well, it's impressive.
Let's move forward, shall we?
But to wrap up the FIFA point,
All right.
There's a very special place in hell for you, sir. Very special place. And it's like the third inner ring. You'll be between the one ring, which is a chair, Sheryl Crow music on repeat, and the other ring.
Whoa.
Which
What's
is,
with the Sheryl Crow bashing?
well, it's just like imagine listening to the same one song over and over and over again on a very uncomfortable wooden chair.
Yeah, flag on the play. Unnecessary roughness. Sheryl Crow never deserved that.
Yeah, I agree completely.
No.
Wow.
She was also great in Broad City, so...
She was very good in Broad City, but
take it
I mean,
back.
I just think they listen to the same. I mean, I could have picked anybody off the top, any one.
Name one song by her.
I can't. I don't know the names.
So the example you used, you don't even know what song's
I
going to
would
be
know
playing
exactly who she
routinely.
was, and I heard her on the radio. I just don't know what the names of her songs.
Man.
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
all I want to do is have some fun.
Okay,
Sheryl Crow song.
imagine listening to that song in an uncomfortable wooden chair on repeat for the rest of your life.
Bart, do you have the feeling you're not the only one?
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna soak up the sun on repeat. Like, that's the happiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate the sun by year 7.
Especially when you listen to it on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yeah, that's fair. That works.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta move. Cavs need to make some trades, please.
Sorry,
Please,
I had to
help.
correct you, Jason, but the first one's the deepest.
Yeah, seriously. Have you heard of a young man
Is the
named...
first code? Yeah, this is,
Have you heard of a young man named Steve McQueen, Jason?
I have heard of Steve McQueen.
Just checking. Okay,
Yeah.
proceed.
Cavs need to make some trades.
They do.
They do. But Ja'Cory's gonna throw to the trade themselves
Via
via the worst thing in the world, the NBA ESPN trade machine. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Let's back for a second.
By the way, the ESPN trade machine could be the best
Not-
thing in the
not
world. They
trading-
add draft picks.
The-
Bleacher Report. It's
Correct.
via Bleacher Report.
Thank you.
It's not via the trade machine.
I'll intro the next one.
Help.
All right.
Help.
Ja'Cory, save us.
I need an adult.
Trade number 5.
Trade number 5. Actually, it's probably trade number 1, unless you're going in any specific order.
Doesn't matter. All right. So,
Hey.
again, via Bleacher Report, the Cavaliers would receive Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The real question is,
much to
are
give
you down with KCP? Yeah, the Cavs know me. The Lakers would receive Amon Shumpert, Channing Frye in the 2018 first round pick. I don't know if I love this one. I don't like giving up a first round pick for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope,
who was injured already.
Correct. But when healthy, he can be a good defender. Can he stop Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry? No, but he could try.
They all can try.
Yeah, they can all try. A for effort, 0 for execution. Trade number 4. They would get Matthew Delly back
for Shump
for a second-round pick.
Give up a defensive player for a not as good defensive player.
Right. But they would also get a second-round pick in return and get rid of Shump.
Right,
and Dellavedova's a better three-point shooter.
Correct.
So I don't
Shump has a
hate that one.
reality show.
What is it?
Dellavedova doesn't have a reality show. Black Love. It's coming on VH1.
That's the name of the show?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's going to be great.
No, you can throw that one up. The third.
Just real quick, I want to give a plug out to Black Love. Amon Shumpert and Tiana Taylor doing a thing. It is an awesome thing that's much needed, and they are doing it because it's much needed. So shout out to them. We want to give that plug out. Maybe we can throw the link in the bio.
Yeah, of course. That show's going to be awesome. I saw the trailer for it's really funny. It's like his daughter's walking around behind the couch, white screen, and on the couch, Tiana Taylor and Shump. And the daughter like drops a lollipop like mid-shoot, which could have been scripted. And Shump just like, don't put that in your mouth. Please don't. Oh, God. And then she comes and puts it in his mouth, and he's like, oh, no. Oh, God.
What a good dad. Here's how I know I like you. If you could go on Desus and Mero and not only be yourself, but succeed and make me laugh.
Yeah, Shump's really funny. Shump, he also was on 92.3 or one of the hip-hop stations in LA. It was freestyling. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good rapping. He had this Jumpman. He had Jumpman. On top of that, his cover art for one of his mixtapes, bomb.
True.
But when he walked into Desus and Mero, the first thing he says is, yo, where's the Hennessy at?
No, right.
And they're like, bro, it's in the back.
You're hanging out with Jeff Smith too much is pretty much what's happening.
Just go in the back.
More trades. Include?
They didn't even, no, go back to
That's definitely the one to do, but still.
But Patrick Beverly and the Clippers would receive who?
I don't know.
I believe they are leaving this up to our imagination.
Second-round pick you just got for Amon Shumpert.
Send him over. No, you would have to give up more, obviously, than that, because Patrick Beverly, as we've seen, is arguably the best defending point guard.
Clippers should sell everybody they got for Chris Paul. He is the best defending point guard. That is true. They should sell everything they got for Chris Paul for that Brooklyn pick and like Shumpert, and then just
they don't have anything to give up for that Brooklyn pick. Aside from Blake.
Give up. No, not Blake. Give up, like, again, everybody. Gallinari and Beverly and Lou Williams.
Would you do that?
All to the Cavs. I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting. It's a massive trade, but I just don't think, like...
You're GM of the Cavs. You do that.
I would... If I'm GM of the Cavs?
Yeah. Beverly, Lou Williams, Gallinari for the first-round pick, and probably Shump. Would you do that?
Yeah, because there's no way the Clippers would do that. The Clippers aren't getting enough in return. Like, the first-round pick isn't enough. It just depends on what the Clippers want to do, and Doc Rivers can't coach. So, I mean, like, I just want to see, like, the Cavs compete with the Warriors. I think if one of these trades that makes sense.
I think if I were the Clippers, I would do that. Because you don't know about Gallinari's injury history. Lou Williams is a good sixth man on any team.
Love Lou Williams.
Love Lou Williams. Love that he has 2 girlfriends. Respect. And then lastly, Patrick Beverly is there just to like be a stopgap guy to get like the ball who was limited offensively. And then you're going to get a top 3 or 2 pick in the NBA draft. I would do that if I were the Clippers. I would not do that if I were the Cavs. Lastly, man, you are obsessed.
That guy is doing things in European. He's the best basketball player not in the NBA.
Basketball.
He's the best basketball player not in the NBA. He's not getting nearly enough attention. Nobody is talking about it.
Here's the big one.
Except the Ringer. They're doing a good job.
So we discussed this yesterday. Boogie, I don't know about Omer. I don't give a shit about
it. Just might be the money.
Right, it's the money. It's the poison pill contract.
Pelicans get the 2047 first-round pick, the 2081 first-round pick. LeBron, the 2021 first-round pick is like LeBron's kid. That's essentially what you're going for.
Isn't that LaMelo?
The LeBron's kid?
LaMelo Ball.
It might be. No,
he'd already been in the...
He's 2 years
16.
Away. What year are we in?
I thought it
would be the 2019.
We were just watching LeVar's mock on SNL. He said 15. Oh, yeah, okay.
But that was like a year ago.
Whatever.
So.
Let's throw it up one more time if we can. So we talked about Boogie would go to the Cavs.
Yes.
And like if they want to throw Omer in for the contract or the money, sure. You would have to give up the Brooklyn pick no matter what. Sure, give up a later pick. I don't even think you have to. It would basically be the Brooklyn pick, Tristan Thompson, and give me a young guy and potentially we could call it a day. The one other thing that the Cavs could look into, they will not and should not, but could, according to NBA statistics, a top 5 defensive player in the NBA at the point guard position is Drew Holiday. Again, can't stay Holiday, can't stay healthy, okay? On top of that, his contract is abysmal. But if they want to shore up defensively, that's another guy that they can throw.
Still, like, again, I love all these guys from like 2012 Sixers, Andre Iguodala, Drew Holiday, and Thad Young. They were like such a fun Sixers. This is before there was any processing.
Elton Brand was on that team.
He was, that was like the most fun. It was the fun before the process, if you will, and then the process happened.
It was the anti-process.
It was the anti-process.
Yeah,
but still, Andre Iguodala was playing like peak athleticism basketball.
Correct.
As my friend Sean has always told me, it's like Andre Iguodala is built exactly the same as LeBron James. He is the poor man's LeBron James. They're built the same. In his prime, in his athletic prime, he was as athletic as LeBron was. It's just like
Iguodala did things that we didn't think were humanly possible with the basketball.
Exactly.
Dunking,
then
like, not shooting.
Like normal human beings, wear and tear happens. Yes. Just LeBron is a fucking.
You like Iguodala Sixers or Iguodala Nuggets more?
I like Sixers Iguodala the most. I really like what he's doing with Warriors. I just love the huge focal point.
So like, different.
Iggy on the Sixers was awesome. He was so good. He was takeover player status and like a.
Those were like the off-color blue jerseys.
Yeah, they had
like the dark.
Before Ball and Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
It was a great logo.
This is the last one that we have. We wanted to try and just organize it as much as possible. Again, trade machine.
Hey!
It doesn't work out as well as we like because there are no picks involved.
Everybody loses except
So look, everyone loses except the Cavs. What they would have to do is pick your poison on where you would insert the 2018 Brooklyn pick, which would probably go to the Pelicans. You insert another draft pick of when everyone knows the Cavs are going to suck, so you probably give that to the Pistons. And then the Blazers, you got to work out.
It's just so hard to get like.
It's
three
impossible.
Different teams. It is impossible because three teams players.
But
look at the contracts.
The main thing is the Cavs need to get so much better defensively. They would do that by adding Boogie, Avery Bradley, and Al-Farouq Aminu. We are basically giving the Cavs front office ways to do this. You want us to help you? Call us at 555-5555, right? Isn't that what they do in commercials and movies? 555-5555.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right.
We move forward. I think we only got like 5 minutes, if that.
This is inspired by Kyrie Irving. If we could throw up the Kyrie tweet via WEEI, I believe. Kyrie suffered an injury, and this is the mask that he donned. So we are going to roll the hell through these. But these are the top 10 masks in NBA history. So, hit me. Number 10, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain.
Sex with over 20,000 women. Mask on or mask off?
Allegedly.
It's a lot.
Mask on. Mask on. Yeah, you?
Always the mask. Look.
Ready.
There's one person who made the mask actually famous in my generation.
Okay? It's the man
in our generation.
Bottom left, right?
It is the man in the bottom left. Everybody else wore it for protection and then eventually got rid of it. Rip Hamilton wore it and then never took it off. Legend says he wears it in his sleep to this day. That's all that matters. To this day.
God bless him. Good Number 9, LeBron James, who wore it twice. This was in 2005 on the right, 2014 on the left. Number 8, Kobe Bryant. Oh, excuse me, wow. That is Harold Presley, actually. All right, just roll through these. I got you. That's Harold Presley way back in the day. There's Kobe, again, wore it twice as well. John Starks.
That's a bad mask, though.
Is in there at number 7. Why is that a bad? Can we go back for a second? That's a horrible one. Why is that bad?
It's just like, it looks.
It's protective.
I know, but I feel like you don't have like, you can't like see straight ahead. Like, it looks like there's like definitely cutting off some of your vision. Whereas
so your
like
eyes need to be like alienish.
At least the next one.
They need to be wider. Number 5, AC Green, the antithesis of Wilt Chamberlain because he was celibate. True story. All right,
continue. Celibate?
Yes. Number 4, Desagana Diop from the Dallas Mavericks. Thoughts? Horrible. Agreed. Moving forward. Number 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is way back in the day.
Really
this is Oscar Robertson in 1967. This looks like what kids would wear when they had braces way back in the day. What do we call those? Retainers? They wear them at they wear them at night.
Headgear.
Headgear.
That makes sense.
It's literal headgear though. This thing is bad. Also, it doesn't look like it would stay on there. Like, God, he probably.
Did I say the year?
He probably posted
1967. And here was the headline from the Lawrence Daily. Oscar, the same old wizard, despite a Mars face mask.
Great headline.
Great headline.
What did he throw out? Wait, is there the numbers in here? Can we go back to that article? What did he score? Robertson hit on 15 of 28 field goal attempts this season, better than 34 points per game. He got scoring help from Happy Hairston. Great name. No assists. They didn't really count like assists and shit.
Happy Hairston or Whitey Ford?
Elgin Baylor collected 39 points and snared 21 rebounds in triggering Los Angeles. Triggered! They triggered him.
Man.
Snowflake.
We've been triggering people since the 60s.
Celtics led 32-30. This is a very all over the place article.
Yes, but don't forget to rent a new Ford.
Don't forget to rent a new Ford.
From Admiral John Haddock Ford. Oh man, that's what the ladies called him.
3500.
Hey Admiral, I'd like to ride your Ford.
All right,
continuing. Number 2, Will Perdue. I have a great quote from Will Perdue, or excuse me, from Horace Grant. That is when he was with the Spurs though. He broke it a few times.
Right.
That's thick. This is what Horace Grant said. I hate to tell the story. Typically, Phil, we run this play. Will said an illegal pick. MJ said, Will, don't do that again. What you talking about? That's Will. MJ says, all right. Phil says, run it again. So naturally, we run it 2 more times. Illegal pick. MJ walks up to Will. Boom! Lit him up. It was over. We grab Will. You're not going to hurt MJ. MJ can take care of himself. Next day on the plane, Will gets on with this huge shiner. So go back to the picture. Shiner.
This is my my point being of like why Michael Jordan would be the would be
great on Twitter.
No, hated. More hated. And not hated in a way because he was great. Like in today's society with social media, like Michael Jordan would be the most despised player in the NBA, and for reasons that he got, because there's news didn't make it out of Chicago that he punched another team in the face.
Lastly, we're over time. So, number 1 is Rudy Tomjanovich.
Yes.
The first ever mask that we can remember.
Look at that thing.
And he got nailed by Kermit Washington when the Rockets played the Lakers. Kermit Washington now allegedly embezzled money, so I guess what goes around comes around because he got hit in the mouth metaphorically. But Rudy Tomjanovich got hit in the mouth physically, and this is what occurred. Kareem said there was a pool of blood, which there was if you go back and look at it. He broke Tomjanovich's jaw and cheekbone. So there you have it, Pluto. Rudy Tomjanovich. Go tell your neighbors about the legend of the first mask. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TYT Deportes. We are here in the studio. Jason Rubin, Richard Strom. We appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to pull up the stream right now so we can get to some of your comments. Would you pull up Facebook as well so we can read those comments? So I don't want to hear about that video. So this is something that we do every damn day.
0 comments.
Sweet. I'm trying to find our stream. There we go. There's 28 of you might find people watching. We can read those comments. That's me. So, Behanor says, morning, everybody.
There's no comments. Good morning.
YouTube.
Good morning.
Skirt says morning. Matt02 said, what trade? Go previously in the stream. We covered it, what the Cavs should trade.
Can't do that till the stream's done.
LeBron to the Warriors for Zaza.
Yes.
Side kick, no K, 007.
Absolutely, 100% Zaza.
You heard it here first, he then doubled that. Muhammad Watad said, check Google, no trades reported, just some rumors about Greg Monroe. We did that clip as well, everybody. So go to our channel and just search Greg Monroe. Let's see. Matthew Reddy says they ain't moving LeBron.
How did you mistake Muhammad with Matthew?
No.
Is there?
Why'd you choose McLovin?
Sorry,
it was between Adam and Muhammad.
What's the most popular name in the world? Read a book, idiot.
Nice. Let's see. Matthew was just going back and forth with people in the comments. Hey, Rick, why did the Bulls suck?
They're not trying to be
Yep,
good.
that's what he said.
They're not
Reggie
trying
J.
to be good.
Yeah, that's the most simplistic way of answering that. They're trying to suck. I actually think, I've said it before, they should trade for Greg Monroe.
And get worse.
And get
That
worse.
would actually make them better.
It would make them better,
that
but
wouldn't-
they would still be a top 3 horrible team in the league. Because they need to have Greg Monroe, Chris Dunn, and Zach Beam, Robin Lopez. Don't call me Brooke Lopez.
Chris Dunn used to literally be white man can't jump. He used to hustle people for money so he could like afford food in Providence.
Ja'Cory Palmer says this show sucks.
Ja'Cory. You're supposed to use your burner account.
Oh, he forgot to switch.
You forgot to switch, dude. Come on. Of all people. Well, speaking of Ja'Cory is from...
Wait a minute. You know who I really like?
What?
Is the most dramatic of dramatic Corys. It's one where I feel like it's over dramatic at times.
It's so dramatic.
It might be something
It's super dramatic.
where you don't even know what sort of drama is going to ensue, if you catch my drift.
I don't know if anybody... Every time. It's great every single time. Ja'Cory is from Boston, and those Celtics have won 13 straight games.
You know what that sounds like? Drama.
The timing is so bad,
That's too late. That's Stop with the dramatic Ja'Cory.
The timing is
The timing was bad. We'll try again.
The Celtics defeated the Brooklyn Nets, and the takeaway is who's supposed to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Here's the real takeaway. They're bailing us out of Thursday Night Football. We don't actually have to watch Thursday Night Football now because the Warriors play the Celtics on Thursday.
That's correct.
And that's going to be not exactly the easiest game to extend to a 14-game win streak. Regardless,
Yep.
now at this point, if he doesn't translate it into the playoff success, and last year they were an Eastern Conference Finals team, so there's definitely some success.
Yep.
But
Success.
the expectation has to be that Brad Stevens is the coach of the year. You don't need more of a sample size. And it truly pays to have somebody who's young and creative. Like for every Brad Stevens, it's the same as Sean McVay in the NFL. For every Sean McVay, there's 1,000 coaches who think they can be Sean McVay. For every Brad Stevens, there's 1,000 coaches who think they can be Brad Stevens. The most amazing thing I thought from last night's game in itself was Matt Moore's take from CS. Marcus Smart is one of the 10 worst shooters in the league. And Marcus Smart, he is statistically.
He doesn't know it though.
Statistically, he's one of the 10 worst shooters in the league. However, the Celtics' offensive rating and team field goal percentage is higher when he is on the floor. In the absence of Kyrie Irving the 3 games ago, and even with both of them sharing the floor or when they're running like the second unit, he's also playing without Horford so well. Here's what I can't figure out.
Okay.
Matt Moore puts together this whole thing of like Kyle Lowry really defending Marcus Smart. Like he's afraid of Marcus Smart's jumper. Like other players, not just Kyle Lowry. In last night's game, for example, 3 Nets would swarm around Marcus Smart, who finishes 5th worst, I think, in the league at the rim. It's like 5th worst in the league at the rim. So you can give him the open layup every time. He might miss it. So what I don't get is at this point, how are you allowing Marcus Smart to do that? Like no one respects Rajon Rondo or Ricky Rubio's jumper, right? And because of that,
Ricky Strom's jumper.
Ricky Strom's jumper. And because of that, they don't play to that way. However, Marcus Smart has everybody shockingly fooled. At the same time, here's what makes Marcus Smart special. His passing is so good, especially without Horford. And don't get me wrong, Kyrie and Horford are playing as like right now the best duo in the league is Kyrie and is Steph and KD, and then it's Kyrie and Al Horford. Like how they're playing over this 13-game win streak is remarkable. And Al Horford's, like I've always used the word, as Andre's always used the word, portability. Al Horford's playing the best basketball of his life. Kyrie Irving is only magnifying that. But don't sell Marcus Smart short in his role, because we always know defensively he's one of the best.
Short. Selling him short. He's a role player. He's a role player and a defensive player.
He's not a role player. That is wrong. He's not a role player. He's so important to the Celtics that he's become bigger than a role player. His importance to the Celtics is like that of Draymond Green's to the Warriors. He is another person on the Celtics team that makes everything move. And everybody is better when Marcus Smart is on the floor, like when Draymond Green did. He is calling him a role player is selling him short. He is better than that.
I disagree.
Now, it wouldn't work the same with any other team. This is a product of Brad Stevens. This is why he made him into this great player. The same as Draymond Green wouldn't be the same as any other team as he is under Steve Kerr's system with that Warriors.
So, okay, first off, we'll get to that in a second. The numbers here are dreadful.
For his shooting, they're terrible. But look at all the team numbers.
So, individually.
Yes.
You want to take a guess at his 3-point percentage?
It's like 20%.
29.
Yeah, it's terrible. He's a terrible shooter.
His 2-point percentage, you want to take a guess?
It is probably 33%.
29.
Yeah.
From 3 to 10 feet, you want to take a guess?
3 to 10 feet, probably under 20%.
19.2.
Yep.
16 feet to the 3-point line?
25%. What is it? Just go.
12.5.
12.5.
Not a good shoot.
Okay, but here's the thing.
So,
when he's on the floor, the team shoots better. Everybody shoots better when he's on the floor.
Yes, because he is doing things to affect the game where his shooting does not have to be magnified. And it's going to be less magnified when they not only get to the playoffs, but succeed in the playoffs because, catchword, he knows his role.
Yes.
He is trying to muck it up. He's trying to get under the opponent's skin. He's trying to play a little bit here and there. He reminds me a lot of when Ron Artest would go crazy. Like, I would not be surprised if we saw on the baseline someone's trying to run or rip Hamilton's screen and he just pulls down someone's shorts, like Ron Artest did on Paul Pierce. Like, it would, you could see it, right? It would not shock me. So, yeah, I think he knows his role, but as important as he is, I think we have different subjective definitions of role player. Like, I don't view him as the most important. I don't view him as the second most important to this team.
It's the third most important player to the team.
So
better than a role player, I think. Right. That makes him a role player.
So give me an example of a modern day role player.
Modern day role player. I'm trying to think of a good example because now there's so many forms of a big three. Like, everything's a big three or a big four, right? Like, when you look at it, like when you call Kevin Love a role player, he plays his role on the Cavs. So by your definition, Kevin Love is also a role player.
So I guess what I'm trying to come to
Clint Capella a role player. He plays to his role on the Rockets. He plays to his role, but he's extremely important to the Rockets.
Right. Contradict myself here, but like everyone sort of plays their role in a way.
Like you have stars and you have superstar players. Like obviously, star players in the Celtics. When you look at that team,
do you assume role players are bench players?
Andre Iguodala was a role player on the Warriors.
Yes, and a very important.
Dwayne Wade is a role player who's not playing.
I don't know what he is right now.
What we would hope from Dwayne Wade is to be a good role player on the Cavs. It really does depend on the subjective definition.
Is a role player the definition of a role player? Is it just hello? Is a role player the definition just like a good bench player?
I think no, because I think like a role player has like one specific role, right? Like, for example, I'm trying to think of somebody who just rebounds.
Would you call Kyle Korver a role player?
Yeah, 100%. Kyle Korver has one job. It is to hit the open three-point shot.
One job!
One job.
Yeah.
It is to hit the open three-point shot, and that is it. He is not asked to rebound. He's not asked to move the ball with one accurate pass. He's not asked to set off ball screens.
Underrated passer.
Because Marcus Smart does literally everything in the game except shoot.
So there's different elements to the role player.
What I'm saying is like the only thing, he's the anti-role player because a lot of players' one job is to shoot. His job is to literally not shoot.
Or top step, defend.
Yeah, to defend or to trick. I think like in general, role player is somebody who's got one job. One job, either go in there and crush the glass, go in. We just need you to get 25 defensive rebounds, so you go in and get the rebounds.
It sounds like the role player has one job
One job.
Where it seems like
no, because here's
player has like 2 or 3 elements of what
because there's a different word for someone who has one job, and what is that word? It's a specialist. There's a fancy word for it. Like Kyle Korver is a specialist. Somebody who's just going into block shots is a block shot specialist.
Yep.
Like what Bismack Biyombo did for the Raptors during the playoff run where he was blocking shots and grabbing rebounds. He was a defensive specialist. So
a role player.
I think he is a role player.
Offense and defense very well, but he's not important.
What are the jobs of the NBA? We have there's the MVP or the superstar, right? That is the goal, right?
I thought you were going to break down the fundamentals of like shooting, rebounding, passing,
I was going to say, like,
shots.
there's the MVP that literally everything. You can do literally everything.
So Russell Westbrook,
superstar, Russell Westbrook, and
Harden, Neil Funk would say
Russell
Durant, Westbrook,
and LeBron and Kawhi Leonard. Like you have complete takeover control of a game.
Yes.
Then you have, I guess, all-star, which means you're damn good at pretty much everything.
Or if you burst on the scene, you get voted into the game when you're injured, like Jeremy Lin.
True. But I mean all-star in the sense of like deserving all-stars.
Understood.
Not
so
like
you're talking all-NBA.
Yeah, all-NBA. You're an all-NBA player, which means if you weren't superstar status, you were still really fucking good. Like at every position, at everything in the game. And then I guess you'd have role player, which is what fills out most of the rest of the team. Because after that, you have specialist, and after that, you have, I was about to say Julie Okafor. You just kind of suck and you go to the G League. No.
Man, you were railing.
It's just a joke. Jesus.
Chris Middleton, role player?
Chris Middleton is a role player, right? He does more than just shoot.
He defends.
Like you could almost say that. And he defends
if he wants to.
Yeah, no, he's a role player. So I guess a role player does have his multiple. If specialist didn't exist, if the term specialist didn't exist, that would have been reserved for role player. So I change everything.
Jamal Crawford, role player?
100%.
Or like shooting specialist?
He's a microwave. All he does is shoot.
Microwave.
He's a microwave. He can heat up like a microwave. Granted, the role is like a locker room guy, but like he's a specialist. He's a specialist, and he's only like one side of a specialist.
And he is a specialist in eating McDonald's before games.
Does he eat these before games? It's pretty awesome. I wanted to read that Whalen. Rick Whalen sent out something on Twitter that caught my eye before we were starting the show. He said, enough with these helpful injury updates. Please ask Ersan Ilyasova. He still considers himself a master of the PlayStation 2. And then he has an article highlighted where it says, when in his early teens, he participated in track in the 400 meters and other short distance, and also claims to be a, quote, master of the PS2.
Who?
Ersan Ilyasova. It's a bold claim.
You know, we've upgraded.
Is Ersan Ilyasova
from the PS2?
Is he a
Detroit Pistons?
Is he a role player?
Yeah, he's a role player.
Is he a specialist?
But like he's
Turkish.
Here's the thing. It sounds we're putting on role player. We're not.
No.
We're trying to find the correct definition because it's so subjective.
Does anyone missing something here? Does YouTube comments have anything like what do we mean? Specialist,
that's a good
role
thing.
player.
Yeah, I got it.
What are the words? Instigator.
That's different than
and
role player.
Not the instigator. What's the word for it? The what was Charles Oakley of the Knicks? I used to use the word all the time. I can't even think of it now off the top of my head. What is it called? When you are when you're trolling.
Patrolling.
You're not the instigator. Come on, you know the word. Rick, what's the word? Dennis Rodman.
Retaliator.
No, it was Dennis Rodman was this. Charles Oakley was this. What is the word? There's a word for it. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Fighter.
No.
Asshole.
No.
All right.
I think it's instigator. I don't know.
I think we've hit a standstill.
We're at a complete standstill because I have to figure it.
Man, I gotta tell you guys.
Is it on YouTube?
What I saw right there, that really took quite a dramatic turn.
Where is it? My channel. How do I watch the live? I feel like my dad.
Man, this character.
Is there a comment? Live chat. Here we go. What is the word? Enforcer! Thank you!
Who said it?
War Grizzly! You get a t-shirt. Enforcer. There's the first
Is it your t-shirt?
You can have my t-shirt.
Sweet.
Enforcer. It says the chat is choppy as fuck.
This clip had nothing to do with the Celtics.
Yeah, sorry guys.
And it had everything to do with
what the specifics of. It's about Marcus Smart. It's all love for Marcus Smart, who I should not like. And the reason I shouldn't like Marcus Smart is because he was the player of the year for Oklahoma State. In college, and I thought Marcus Smart, before we knew he really, really couldn't shoot in college, some guys who can't shoot, kind of like Lonzo, actually can shoot in college, doesn't translate to the NBA. And I was like, at this point, I'm like, all right, Oklahoma State can maybe make a run because Marcus Smart is so damn good. And the backcourt generally can take you to the Sweet 16, Elite 8 before you need a full team to do more than that. There's takeover players, Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose and all those things. I thought Marcus Smart was going to be that type of guy in the tournament. He was not. And I busted my bracket on day one, or day two.
Wait, so that's why you don't like him?
No. That's why I shouldn't like him.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I really like him.
All right, good. Fair.
Big fan.
Great. This is via For the Win. FTW.usatoday.com. There you go. These are the 20 best NFL stats of the season. Here we go. Against the Chargers, Blake Bortles became the first quarterback to throw 2 interceptions in the final 2 minutes of a game and still win. Another way to look at it, the Chargers became the first team to intercept 2 passes in the final 2 minutes of a game and still lose. Jason Goff on pace.
Jason,
I'm sorry. Congratulations, man.
Dude, I'll take
NFL
that contract.
Quarterback.
I'll take that contract.
Jared Goff is on pace for the 2nd largest improvement in passer rating from one season to the next. Foles holds the current record.
Wow.
Not good company. Josh McCown and Ryan Fitzmagic are the only quarterbacks to throw interceptions on back-to-back snaps this season.
Yes. I watched this season. That was one of those remarks. That could be Turk of the Week moment.
Last year,
because it was so amazing.
Roethlisberger and Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's got benched. Jacoby Brissett
and 3 interceptions.
Has already thrown 4 touchdown passes that have gone for 60-plus yards. Peyton Manning never did it more than 3 times this season. Colts rivalry.
Donta Moncrief is nasty right there.
He is. He's been great touchdown celebrations, too.
Yeah, T.Y. Hilton's
Donta Moncrief. Steelers have won 7 games. The Bengals, Browns, and Ravens have won 7 games combined.
That's the same division?
Yes.
Yep.
And those teams have really fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, but you can also say that, you can combine
the Browns, the
any
Bengals,
5-win team. You can take any 5-win team, and then you can take the 49ers, and you can take the Browns, and they've also won 7 games.
Just take the Browns out of it completely.
Right.
Yeah.
You take the Browns and the Giants and combine it with any other team.
I'd like to see some combined 49ers-Browns stats. They're mind-numbing.
The Browns have a
Giants,
plan, though. I'm sorry, the 49ers have a plan.
Oh, here we go.
With a head coach, and they got Garoppolo. There's a plan in action there. They'll be good in 3 years.
The 49ers win over the Giants was their first in over 700 days against a team that wasn't the Rams.
Jesus Christ, are you serious?
The Broncos defense ranks in the top 5 in yards allowed and the bottom 5 in points allowed. That has to do with field position, I assume. I'll read that again.
So they're giving up the most yards with the least points?
No. Top 5 in yards allowed. So they're giving up top 5 the least.
Yards.
Bottom 5 in points allowed.
Well, when your offense gets the ball over inside your own 30 every time.
It has everything to do with their offense.
Get a better punter.
Sign up Shane Lechler. Cam Newton hasn't had a game where he's produced a passer rating between 87.5 and 120 this season. He has 3 games over 120 and 7 below 87.5. That's
fine, though, because passer rating's a stupid statistic.
Ultimate boomer bust, they say. Boomer sooner. Joe Flacco has more completions that have gone for negative yards than completions over 20 yards.
Elite. It's an elite statistic.
I feel bad for him because ESPN just ran with it.
I do not.
No. For that one
That man is making so much damn money.
It's not about the money. It's not about the money.
That man is so loaded.
We're not showing him the money, all right? It's just that they set him up for failure by he wins a Super Bowl, has one of the best playoff runs we've ever seen with the Denver Broncos not knowing how to deflect a pass instead of falling to the ground miserably so Kobe Jones can score, which led them eventually going to the Super Bowl.
Right. That's fair.
They had to pay him. And all ESPN runs with is he an elite quarterback? When really you can't spell elite without Eli. So go fuck yourself. The Jaguars are 5-0 in odd weeks with a point differential plus 128 and 1-3 in even weeks with a point differential minus 31.
I actually knew this. I'm fading them on the even weeks. I knew this.
There you go. Over the last 16 regular season games, Jason, only the Pats and Steelers have a better record than the Titans. Wow.
Shocking, the Pats and Steelers are good at football.
After a touchdown pass to Dwayne Allen, Tom Brady has now thrown a touchdown pass to 68 different receivers.
Yeah, he should probably go one more with that one and then stop forever.
The record,
69?
Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, because he played for 47 years.
From the U with 70.
Brady will pass that. Brady's numbers are getting to a point where, like,
no doubt,
you think that they're like made up or like they're exaggerated.
Just throw some linemen in there at tight end.
He has a winning percentage over 99 with over 99% winning percentage at home with the lead at halftime. He's lost like
he's
like 103 and 2 or something.
Let's go with the Pats. Bill Belichick would have to lose 610 games in a row for a career winning percentage to match Hugh Jackson's win percentage as Browns head coach.
That's why Steve Kerr stat. The Warriors can lose game for the next 2.5 years, and Steve Kerr will be a 500 head coach.
That's 38 0-16 seasons in a row. The 0-9 Browns actually outgained their opponents in more than half of their games. It's because they have to pass.
Optimism, guys. See, the future's bright for you.
EJ Manuel can become the first NFL player to lose a regular season game in 4 countries if he plays in the Raiders-Patriots game in Mexico. He's also lost games in England 2015, Canada 2013, as well as the great United States of America.
Oh, that's such a great stat.
That's by far the best one.
That's an amazing statistic.
9 NFL teams are currently on win streaks of at least 3 games. Rams, Vikings, Pats, Saints, Eagles, Steelers, Titans, Jags, Panthers. The most surprising this season, the New Orleans Saints. Winning with running the football and defense, not a Sean Payton.
Bounty Gates back.
Through 9 years, Matt Ryan has already thrown more interceptions than he did in all of 2016.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's not as good as 26. Same as Cam Newton effect. Like, that was the best we'll ever see Matt Ryan. That was the best
Super Bowl hangover.
We'll ever see Cam Newton. Yeah, but what Cam Newton showed in his MVP year, he's also showing the same thing. I'm sorry, what I'm saying is Cam Newton is in a new season, not with a Super Bowl hangover and a reloaded team. Somewhat reloaded team with Christian McCaffrey, at least another weapon. And they and he looks exactly like he did in all the other years and nothing like the MVP year. I don't think Matt Ryan is going back to MVP ways. I think Matt Ryan
Super Bowl ways.
I think he can get back to like taking Falcons to the playoffs.
Super Bowl.
It's hard to get back to the Super Bowl.
It is hard.
And the NFC is a tougher conference than the AFC. So
yep, completely. All right, 3 more. After the Patriots win over Denver, 29 teams have a losing record against Bill Belichick.
What's the one team?
The 3 Giants? That don't.
The Giants. 3
Correct.
Teams. The Giants.
Yep.
Which is surprising because they only have like the 2 wins in the Super Bowl. Like
right, exactly. Yeah.
And they only play once every 4 years.
All right.
It has to be NFC teams.
It does.
The Seahawks.
Nope.
The Packers.
Correct.
Is it something weird? Something very common. The Dallas Cowboys.
Nope.
Terrible. I don't know.
The Carolina Panthers.
Oh.
The Giants, the Packers, and the Panthers. None of them have winning records.
Jesus.
2019, since 2015, Cam Newton leads all NFL quarterbacks with 18 rushing touchdowns. Second place.
Michael Vick.
You would not guess it.
Damn.
Since 2015, bro.
Colin Kaepernick.
Nope.
It's a legitimate guess.
Legit.
EJ Manuel.
Kirk Cousins.
Hey, Kirk.
12.
Hey, we read it before, Edwin, that if EJ Manuel loses the game in Mexico for the Raiders, he'll be the first player to lose a game in 4 different countries. Mexico, the U.S., England, New Zealand.
Good stuff.
Canada.
Yeah, blame Canada always. Last one. The Saints are only the second team since the merger to win 7 consecutive games after starting 0-2. It's so impressive.
I think they got hot too quick.
The other team to do it, that's a Mankiewicz comment. The other team to do it,
think this way, like, I
93
feel like
Cowboys who won the Super Bowl.
They're not going to run the table. They're not going to be 14-2. But like, imagine if they were like, let's say they were just like 3-4, and then they go on their 7-win streak, carry it right into the playoffs. You stay hot. They're going to cool off beforehand and then just lose to the, I don't know, the Seahawks or something.
Which one struck all of you?
It has to
in the
be
comment section below.
Look,
subscribe to TYT Sports.
4 different country ones. It's a big one.